Today, we are going to make total knee replacement simple without making it shallow. A knee replacement resurfaces worn joint ends. It does not replace the entire leg or remove all biology. The common trap is this: the timing is not based on X-ray alone. Symptoms, function, and goals decide the conversation. By the end, a patient should understand what is happening, and a resident should know what decisions matter. Start with the anatomy. For total knee replacement, the important structures are femoral component, tibial component, polyethylene spacer, patella, collateral ligaments, extensor mechanism, and alignment axis. Do not memorize the picture as a list. Ask what each structure is trying to do when the person moves. In real life, the problem sounds like this: bone-on-bone arthritis, walking distance collapse, night pain, and uncertainty about when surgery makes sense. That story is the doorway into the diagnosis. It tells us which tissues are likely overloaded, irritated, torn, compressed, or failing to share load. The core mechanism is damaged cartilage, and bone surfaces are prepared and resurfaced with metal and polyethylene to create a smoother load path. This is why two people with similar images can feel very different. Tissue appearance, load, inflammation, nerves, strength, and confidence all interact. For the lay viewer, the question is not, what word is on the scan? The better question is, what system is failing? For the resident, the question is sharper. What is the pain generator, what is the structural risk, and what can safely wait? A practical way to think about almost every orthopedic problem is tissue capacity versus load demand. If the load is temporarily too high, the answer may be calming and rebuilding. If the structure has mechanically failed, the answer may need repair, reconstruction, replacement, or protection. The common symptoms cluster around severe functional limitation, pain despite non-operative care, deformity, rest, or night pain. Symptoms matter most when they form a pattern. One symptom by itself can mislead. A cluster is much more useful. Listen for timing, load, swelling, night pain, mechanical symptoms, and whether the person is losing trust in the limb. Also listen for what the problem has taken away: sleep, walking, work, sport, independence, or confidence. The best history is not a questionnaire. It is a map of what loads reproduce the problem, what settles it, and what function is disappearing. The exam should not be random. For this topic, deliberately check range of motion, varus or valgus deformity, ligament balance, extensor mechanism, and skin. A good exam separates pain from weakness, stiffness from fear, and joint disease from referred pain. For patients, the important idea is that touching one sore spot is not the same as understanding the whole problem. For residents, every test should answer a question that changes management. If a test is painful but does not change your plan, it is theater, not medicine. Good examination is selective and kind. Imaging helps when it is matched to the story. The useful imaging logic here is standing AP, lateral, skyline patella, full-length alignment when needed. An image is evidence, not a verdict. The same report can mean different things in different people. The skill is to connect the image, the symptoms, the exam, and the person's goals. That is the difference between treating a scan and treating a patient. A useful image question is: did this picture reveal the diagnosis, confirm the severity, exclude danger, or help plan treatment? Treatment is a ladder, not a reflex. For total knee replacement, the practical ladder is prehab and optimization, arthroplasty decision, pain control plan, early mobilization, rehab expectations. The first steps usually try to calm the painful system and rebuild capacity. That means load management, targeted strengthening, mobility when appropriate, and clear expectations. Injections, braces, procedures, and operations are tools. They are powerful when used for the right reason and disappointing when used as shortcuts. The best plan explains not only what to do, but why that step belongs at this moment. A good non-operative plan has a dose, a time frame, and a review point. Without those three, the patient is just being told to wait. Failure of treatment should also be defined honestly. Is pain unchanged, function worse, strength not returning, or the diagnosis probably wrong? Those are different problems. When surgery enters the conversation, the question becomes, is there a structural problem that matches the symptoms and has not responded to sensible care? Surgery should have a job description. Pain relief, stability, decompression, alignment, repair, replacement, or prevention of deterioration are different jobs. The patient should know what surgery is expected to improve, what it cannot promise, and what rehabilitation will demand. The resident should know the anatomy at risk, the failure modes, and the decision points before entering theater. The most mature surgical decision is not simply, can we operate? It is whether this operation solves this person's actual problem at an acceptable cost. Resident-level pearls, mechanical versus kinematic thinking, soft tissue balancing, patellar tracking, infection prevention, stiffness risk, revision red flags. Always name the differential diagnosis before falling in love with the first diagnosis. Always ask whether the proposed treatment matches the biology, the mechanics, the time course, and the person in front of you. If the story is atypical, slow down. Atypical pain deserves a wider lens. On a ward round or in clinic, present the case as a decision, not a biography. Diagnosis, severity, risk, options, and what you recommend next. The resident who can explain a condition simply without lying about complexity is already practicing at a higher level. Red flags and urgent features include hot, swollen, painful replacement, wound drainage, calf swelling or chest symptoms, sudden loss of extension. Red flags do not mean panic. They mean the pathway changes, earlier assessment, different imaging, or urgent specialist review. For patients, this is the safety net. For residents, this is how you avoid anchoring on a common diagnosis while missing the dangerous one. The take-home model. A knee replacement resurfaces worn joint ends. It does not replace the entire leg or remove all biology. If you remember only one thing, remember this. The timing is not based on X-ray alone. Symptoms, function, and goals decide the conversation. Orthovellum is about making orthopedics visual, honest, and useful. Simple enough to understand, detailed enough to respect the medicine.